Okay, so this time has come again. Apple launched their new products. I'm talking about the iPad Pro and iPad Air and the Apple Pencil Pro. Right now you'll see like a lot of different reviews on YouTube. It's not what I'm gonna do in this video. What I want to do in this video is to make a sort of comparison between two iPads, right? So right here I have an iPad Pro on M4 chip, right, the latest one that was launched in 2024, and this is my old iPad from 2020. As you can see, the cover is not on the best shape already, but yeah, it's 4 years already, so it's been around. I don't want to go to the deep technical details. I will show you some numbers on the screen just for a second, a couple seconds. You can just press pause and check if you want. I mean, like the different numbers, the comparison numbers between those two iPads, like in their performance, I don't know, like the battery life and so on and so forth. What I want to do with this video is to compare the user experience, right, between those two iPads. How basically myself personally feel the difference between those two iPads. So let's check it out. I would like to start with the most obvious thing, I believe. It's how thin the new iPad is, and it's really thinner, right? And on the YouTube you can see a lot of videos how guys are showing how thin it is without cover, just like purely out of the box, which doesn't make sense to me because I believe most of people over there will use it with some sort of a cover, like myself basically. So I think it's more fair will be to compare and talk about how thin this iPad is with the cover. So I will try to show it right now on camera how it looks like, but yeah, then I will try to do some comparison in another shot so you can see how it looks like. So this is how it looks like here. It really feels thinner a bit, but I would not say that it's like, you know, revolutionary. It feels like thinner, but it's not a game changer, let's say, for me at least. Okay, the other difference that I see, it's like the dynamics, the sound bars here, they're on the new iPad, they're a little bit less. I believe it's exactly because the iPad itself is thinner, so that's why it is. I don't know, maybe. Regarding the second thing, right? So second thing is weight, right? And in case if I will put away my old iPad and will take just new iPad, it still feels pretty heavy, yeah, to be honest. But when I'm taking this one and comparing it like one to one, I can feel the difference. I can feel that the new iPad is lighter than the old one, but the feeling itself is you know, it's not a game changer. Basically, it's not something that you will notice like right away. Let's say like this, but yeah, it's lighter. It's lighter and it's good, anyways. Next thing that I would like to mention here is its screen, right? So this is, I believe, the most noticeable thing from the difference perspective, I mean, between those two iPads. Because here in the new iPad, it's this tandem OLED screen. Tandem, it's like a technology, but like the main thing here that we need to understand, it's OLED, and on the old iPad, it's not OLED. It's Retina. So basically, the screen is the thing which was, I believe it was the main reason for me to change the iPad, because frankly speaking, even this 2020 iPad Pro, it's doing pretty well still. Yeah, so you have the latest iOS there, and you have basically everything there. And camera not so good, but I don't know people who are using cameras on their iPads. and battery life. Yeah, so it's two things that I don't like in my old iPad. It's battery life. It's significantly less than on the new iPad. Yeah, because of the battery. Battery is already 4 years old, and I believe it's okay. That's not so good. And screen. Yeah, so screen much better, much better here. And I believe from the user perspective, from the user experience point of view, it is really really important thing here, right? So okay, and next thing that I would like to mention here, and that I believe is really important from the user experience point of view, is uh, placement of the camera, right? So they moved camera from the top to the side, and I believe it's really good, right? So it was a really good decision, and I don't know, like, I mean, I understand why they did it on the first generation of those iPads. It makes sense from the design point of view. It's here the same as an iPhone, but I believe on the second generation it was already pretty clear that this is not a really good placement of the camera. Yeah, so it's had to be moved like way before. But okay, we get it only right now, and fine. Thanks at least for this. So yeah, right now camera on the right place. It's here. So right now when you will have any like meetings, video calls with anyone, it will be right on the center, right? So it's good. And also for me, for example, if we're talking about this old iPad, when I'm using it, especially when I'm like, like laying down in the bed or something, I'm holding it like this, right? So, and pretty often FaceTime was not working because I'm just, holding the camera here, right? And I just covered it, and FaceTime was not able to recognize me. With the new iPad, I don't have this problem anymore, and this is good. This is a good user experience decision, and right now it's much better than it was before. The next thing that I would like to mention here is covers, right? So covers are much better in 2024 than in 2020. I'm not sure how it was in 2023 or 2022. Maybe the covers were pretty much the same, or difference not so huge. But here, with the 4 year difference, I feel the change here, right? And I'm talking not about the materials. Materials, I believe, pretty much the same, but the overall setup and how it holds the iPad, it's completely different and it's much better. Let me show you what I mean, right? So here on the new iPads, you can place the cover like this. So your iPad will stand like this, right? Almost on vertical level. Then you can bring it a bit here and then change the angle, and it will be like here, like a bit like here. And then you can change the angle even more, and it will be like this. Okay? And this is really good. Good, what I mean by good is you can change the angle depending on the situation, where you are, what are you doing, how are you watching the content, or rather you working on the iPad. With this thing, it's not like this, right? So with the iPad 2020 cover, the only thing how you can put your iPad is like this. You're just connecting it, then like this, and it's like this. That's it. What I really do like about cover from 2020, it's still in a good shape. I mean, like, just visually, it looks not very good, right? But it's still doing its thing even 4 years after, which is good. I did not expect such a durability of this thing, so yeah, it's good. It's good. From the whole list that I provided, I believe it will be on the last place. It's speed and performance of this thing. I'm just a regular user, right? So I'm not a pro. I'm not doing any editor stuff on the iPad. I'm not creating music on the iPad or anything like this, right? How I'm using my iPad is watching videos like YouTube, movies, listening music, doing some video calls, writing emails, messages. So just like absolutely regular stuff. So I don't need like a lot of performance. And I don't need the pro version basically as a pro, let's say, but I just like this thing, and I like the features that it has in comparison with, for example, even iPad Air 13 inches, right? So I like this thing, and frankly speaking, performance of the iPad 2020 is pretty enough for me, right? So I'm not using all of it, even from 2020. That's why I'm placing this item on the last place of this list, because basically it's not really important for me, but it's faster, yeah, and you can feel it, and you will feel it. But I believe, as anything, after some time, couple days, week, couple weeks, you will just stop noticing, right? So I don't think that it will be an important thing for any regular consumer, right, as I am basically. But yeah, I believe it's worth to mention it right now. I believe we're done with the good things right now, and I would like to mention a couple of things that I don't like. And they're not surprises for me. It happened like from generation to generation. It's not going to be a surprise for any of you, but I think it is still worth to mention those things, right? So first of all, and like the worst thing right now for me that I didn't like about the new iPad at all, uh, it's compatibility with the Apple Pencil, right? I know how it works with Apple. You know, you're getting new iPad or a new iPhone, and you need to buy new accessories for it. You need to buy new covers. You need to buy like I don't know, whatever. For example, for iPad, you need to buy a new cover, and you need to buy new Apple Pencil. So I bought this thing 4 years ago as well, I believe, for $120, $130, and it's doing its stuff. Yeah, it's really good stuff, and I love it. I'm not using really often, but I'm using it from time to time, and I believe it was really possible, and there was an ability to make this thing working with the new iPad, but it's not, right? So you can mount it somehow, and it will even hold it. Uh, Not really good. But yeah, what is important? You cannot use it. For the new iPad, you need to buy a new Apple Pencil. And which is bad, you cannot use this thing for the trade-in, for example, right? So you cannot do anything. You cannot get even like some kind of, you know, a discount for your new Apple Pencil, giving this a trade-in. So basically what I have to do, I just have to throw it away, and it doesn't make sense for me. It's pretty expensive thing, I think, and the thing that I need to just throw it away, like $130 after several years, I just need to like dispose of it. I don't like it really much because I like the thing, and it's working fine. Absolutely, everything is great. But yeah, at least like what I'm gonna do right now, right? This old iPad, I will send it to trade-in, and this thing I just need to throw away. This is not good, right? So in case it would be possible to trade in somewhere somehow, would be really nice, but it's not, and this is bad. Yeah, so I'm not happy with this one. Another thing that I'm not happy with is that dimensions of those two iPads is pretty much the same, right? So if you can see, it's pretty much the same length. Yeah, it's the new iPad is thinner, as we already discussed, but still, you cannot use the old covers for it. I would change it anyways, but I think it's possible. But again, it's not a surprise for anyone. It happens every year. Every new iPhone, you need to get new cover. The same with the iPad. It's fine. We already get used to it, I believe. Nothing to talk about, but still not very good. Would be nice to have like reusable accessories. At least Apple Pencil would be nice. So I believe that's it. I mentioned all the things that I would like to mention, all the differences that I would like to mention between those two iPads. In the end, I would say that this is a really good machine, right? And it's really impressive, especially for the people who didn't upgrade their iPads like for last several years. For example, if you are right now are owning the iPad from 2020, I believe it's the right time to upgrade, to buy a new one. For those who are owning iPads, who has like iPad from 2023 or 2022, I don't think that there is much sense to buy a new one right now, at least for the guys from 2023. Doesn't make sense at all to me. Maybe from 2022, there is more sense to update for guys who are owning iPads from 2021, and 100% from 2020. It's the right time to get a new one because yeah, it's a great thing. It's screen, it's gorgeous, really, really, really good. And battery life, yeah. So battery life is much better right now because this is a new thing. This is the old one. So my recommendation: buy it. Yeah, if you're owning the iPad from 2020. What I'm gonna do with this thing, I will give it to trade-in to Apple, and they gave me the discount for this one. They estimated the price for this iPad is $520, which is pretty nice, I believe, considering that it's already 4 years old. And this thing, yeah, I'll just have to throw it away, which is bad. I like it. And yeah, cover is going to the trash as well, but it's fine. Yeah, not a big deal. Okay, on this one, that's it, I believe. I don't have anything else to mention. Thank you for watching this, and yeah, peace, bye.